Welcome to this video. My name is Rajvir, founder of Code and Compile, and in this video, I'm going to show you how you can optimize your factory alerts using an amazing alert management software or a platform. So you know that traditionally how we were visualizing the alerts. Mostly we were doing by HMI or dashboards or some audiovisual devices. So a traditional approach is quite like that. So you have a system here and you have a controller which is going to read some sensor values. And based on some conditions, we are generating some warnings and alarms. And these warnings and alarms are going to your dashboard or alarm devices or on the HMI, which has to be monitored continuously by the team of people. All right, and these people are monitoring these alarms and then they react. But the problem comes when these people are busy, if they are somewhere on the corridor or if they're not on the shop floor or they are doing something which does not allow them to visualize the alarm. So how do we react in this situation? And the problem gets worse if you have a bigger team and when you have a lot of alarms from different systems. And sometimes there are some confusion who's going to take care of the alarm, who's more responsible, and how to react. Sometimes there are different decisions. So to make it all easier, to make it more flexible, we need some kind of system which allows you to have a quick mobile alert system. Because mobile is a device which everybody has in their pocket. So why not to take advantage of that? And most of the time, you also need some acknowledgement. You need something which is easy to set up in a bigger system. And suppose when your mobile is not responsive, if this person is not responsive, you can also send a voice call. This is what we need today. And something which we can also track, that who is acknowledging that, who is taking the calls, and you can also have a chat in between these. And on top of that, you can also integrate this system with third-party devices. Nowadays using APIs and webhooks. So who's the winner in this case? Who's going to solve all this? So let me introduce you SIGNL4. SIGNL4 is a mobile alerting and anywhere incident management platform, which I'm using in the last months, and I'm quite impressed with how the system can be easily integrated in your factory or on the shop floor. So we're going to see today some live examples where I'm going to show you how I can integrate SIGNL4 into my factory system. So let me show you my setup first. So here we have a simulated factory in which I have a very simple example of tank level. So you can see that we have a tank and we have a couple of inputs here. And now if I simulate my alarms without using any alert management software like SIGNL4, what I can do is, for let's say in this case, my signal is coming like a warning that level is low because my level is below my certain percentage. So I have a typical dashboard on Node-RED or Scala. This is what I see here. And if I even create or simulate a fault or something like critical low level, which means the drain wall is not working or the fill wall is not working. So what I can do in traditional way, we have some blinking on the shop floor, or you can have an alarm device which makes some sound, or you can have it on the dashboard. So that's the traditional approach which we want to optimize. So let me go back to my presentation. So how SIGNL4 can solve that? So SIGNL4 is a platform which you can integrate with your current factory. You can get the alarms directly from the factory. It can be any alarm. It can be factory alarm, IT alarm, or self-customized alarm which you want to generate in your system. It will read the alarms via API, and then it will send the alarms to the users via the mobile devices. Or it can also integrate to your current, messenger apps like Microsoft Teams. You can also integrate that. Slack, you can integrate that. So several APIs or the webhooks will allow you to integrate your alarms into any platform that you want. So we're going to see that in a couple of seconds. All right, so let's begin with the information flow. So what's going to happen here? I'm going to use one of my favorite device, Control-X Core. If you don't know about Control-X Core, you can click on the icon above and you can see more information about that. This is kind of like an edge device which is going to read the information from my PLC. So Control-X Core is going to read the information from PLC via S7, which is a very common protocol for Siemens. So PLC is reading the information from the factory or from the system. And then we have some warnings and alarms, which I just showed you on my dashboard. I'm going to collect these alarms using Control-X Core via S7, and then I will connect via API to SIGNL4 server. And SIGNL4, if you're not familiar with that, click on the link above and you can go and check out the 30 days trial version, and you can set up right away. You can work with me during this video. So SIGNL4 will collect these alarms and then it can distribute that to the users, and the user can specify if they want the alarm as an SMS or notification or a voice call. And they can also just check in and check out. So when they're checked out, they don't receive alarms at all. So you're going to see that very soon. So this is the information flow. So let's begin with our first step. Read the alarms on Node-RED running on Control-X Core. This step is already being done. If you see, this is my dashboard of Control-X Core, which is having a Node-RED app installed inside, and that's my flows. So here I'm already reading the alarms from my Siemens PLC. To show you the PLC, I can show you I have this PLC running, and you can see also the PLC trainer and the Control-X trainer. They are connected together via SM communication, and that's my tier portal where I am reading the alarms. So maybe I can show you some tags where you can see, maybe here you can see that I have some information coming in on a real-time basis. All right, so the PLC is already set up. Now what we have here, this is a Node-RED where I'm reading the information from the PLC via S7 communication. These are the nodes, and now we have to bring this alarms into our SIGNL4 server. So let's see that. So this step is already being done. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. This is already being done on my backend. Next step, what we have to do is we have to set up our SIGNL4 account with the user, team, duty management, and alarm categories. So let's do that together. So I already have a account on SIGNL4, so you can just sign up and you have your account there as well. So once you make an account, you have your users here. You can add as many users you want based on your account. And then you can go to your team, and there you create a new team. And just to save time, I already have created a team. It's actually very simple. Just click on the plus icon, give your team name here, and then you will create your team. So I already have my team defined here, so which has 2 members, okay? Now, the team has been defined, and if I show you the users here, and this is me here, and if I show you my notification rule, I am at the moment allowed to have push notification. So you have an app which you can install on your phone. This is called SIGNL4. In this app, you can also log in using the same credentials, and then you can have push notification in the app. I'm going to show you shortly. So once you make sure you have this push notification activated, you can also activate to have a voice and text as well as an alarm, okay? And then what we need to do, let's go back here to the presentation. So we have SIGNL4 server, we already signed in. We have created a team as well. We have some users. Now in this team, I have to add the users. So let me see if I already did that. In the team, I already have two members. And now we have to create a distribution rule, how the message will go to the users. So let me click on that. And in the distribution rule, I have no rule defined. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an inbound webhook. So let's do that real quick. I'll go to my gallery and I can show you a lot of integration is possible. You can have Acure, Elbato, Electra, most of them I don't even know. You have Alexa, so you can just drag down and see a lot of integration is possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to search for inbound and I'll find a webhook. So here I'm going to define a webhook. So the URL for the webhook will be automatically generated. All I have to do is just add my team here and then click on install. So once it's installed, you will see the URL is generated here. So all I need to have is this. This is the secret. This is the ID which I need. So I can just copy that. So once you have this ID, go to your Control-X Core or any platform where you have this Node-RED installed. Doesn't have to be Control-X Core. You can use any platform that supports Node-RED. And you have to install the nodes which comes with SIGNL4. So if I click on install, just type SIGNL4 and you will find the nodes Node-RED contrib SIGNL4. I already installed that. So once you install that, you can just drag out these nodes onto your editor. So this is the alert. I bring it here and resolve alert. So one is you create the alert and then you can also resolve that. All right, so let's bring this alert here and I will connect my nodes to that. And this is my resolve node. I connect it like this. So you might be wondering what is happening here. So as I told you, this is the node which is displaying the information on my dashboard. So these are the dashboard nodes. I take one node out and inside this node, let me show you what I'm doing. I'm reading the status from my PLC and showing if the level is okay or it's low, critically low, or system in maintenance mode. So this is what you see here. I just take this information out, give it to another node, filter that, put a gate to allow or this to connect or disconnect to Signal server. And then in this alert function node, I have some specific keywords or query items defined. So if the status is 1, which means there is a factory alert, which means the level is low. What I do, I make a subject. This is like a JSON syntax. If you want a copy of this code, you can find in the description, right? Subject is the factory alert. Body is the message payload, which means whatever message you're getting here will come here. XS4 service is machinery. Now, what is that? Let's go to SIGNL4. Now in SIGNL4, this has been done. If you go to your team and go to your categories, you will find that you have several categories for your alerts. So you can define if the alert is default or emergency, machinery, IT, healthcare. You can also create your own category. So this category has been defined in my message. So which was here, machinery. So if machinery is given as a keyword here in the service, you will see an icon of this green, this robot guy with a green color. Super easy. And then the location, you can send the location of your alert from which location. If you have system in different countries, you can see from where the alert is coming. And then you have acknowledgement. If you want single acknowledgement or multiple acknowledgement, so you can show that how you want to acknowledge that. If you use single acknowledgement, one user from the team can acknowledge that. If you use multi-acknowledgement, you have to define how many people should acknowledge it to make it like a main acknowledgement, right? Filtering will allow you to filter your alerts so that you don't have unnecessary alerts coming. External ID, this is what you can define if the alerts is coming from external systems. You can just write a keyword here from where the alert is coming. All right, so this is just basic keyword. There are more than that, which you can find in the documentation. So once you define the system for different alerts, this is for status 1 when the level is low, and status 2 when the level is critically low. And here you can notice that I have put emergency alert. This is more serious. And for 3, when I want to resolve, or when I'm in the maintenance mode, which I will show you later on, I show a different alert. And then I can resolve this alert by sending XS4 external ID system 1 to my resolve node. So this is how I categorizing my alerts and sending it differently. Now let's see what happens when I deploy that. So I deployed that. And now let me just go to my mobile phone. Let me just start the recording first. And I'm going to show you very soon how the alerts are coming in the system. So my recording is on. I'm going to open SIGNL4 app. And here you can see that I'm already on duty, and this I can turn it on and turn it off. So I can off duty. I don't get alerts. I turn it on. So now I'm on duty. I am in the team. And here inside, I have to tell you, I have to paste what I have created here. So let me go back to team first. This is the secret. This is the ID which I need. So I can just copy that. Here. Just paste that. And you can also paste that in the resolve. And then you deploy. Now, let's see what happens. Let me just really quick reset my alerts. So I will reset that. And now it is showing level is okay. It's blinking and it's going to more than what I need. Now level is okay. Now let's notice what happens. I'm gonna open my screen recording again. All right, so my screen recording is started. And now you will see that I will simulate an alert. Let's press this button to simulate warning low level. Once you have this warning low level, and notice there I have connected a gate. Sorry, I forgot to turn it on. This gate will allow the message to pass through or not. So let me just turn it on. Now it's open. Now let's simulate an alert again. Let me just reset this alert. Now the level is okay. And now I will simulate this alert again. So now the level is going down. And as soon as you see the warning low level, I should be getting the alert here. And let me see why it doesn't come. Yeah, for sure. When you're doing this live demos, problems are occurring. And let me see this. Oh yeah, we have the alert here. So you can see that the alert is here. And if I open on that, you can see factory alert warning low levels. Right now, this is just showing push notification because I only enable push notification. So interesting. Now, if I open this alert here, you will see there are several options here. You have factory alert warning low level. And this is the information which is coming because I defined that here. Factory alert. And payload was warning low level, which is coming here. And the green robot is because of the machinery. Location, you will see that this is my location right now coming from close to Oberlingen, Germany. And you have single acknowledgement. So I can acknowledge this now from here. I acknowledge that. The alert has been acknowledged, no false alarms. And system 1, you will see somewhere here, detail system 1. So you know from where the alert is coming. Super nice. Now, if I go back, you can see that the alert is acknowledged. and you can see acknowledge alert is 1. But if I go to the system now and say, okay, I acknowledge the alert, let me just fix that. I go there and I remove the alert. And now you can see that this has been acknowledged and it has been closed automatically. Why? Because the system is sending acknowledged to the resolve. The system is sending a message to the resolve. And system is getting the resolve because when you see here, when the system status is 0, status gets 0 when the alert is gone, I'm sending this payload, which will resolve automatically. Or you can also resolve manually. Let's see that now. I'm going to simulate another alert. In this time, I will do critical low level. So we'll see that first I will get alert for the warning, and then I will get alert for critical low level, and then I can also resolve that here. So right now you can see that I go inside the app now. I have factory alert critically low level, right? So this one I can go inside. Oh, critically low level, that's very bad. What I can do is I can acknowledge from here, and I can also close from here. So if I go back now, I can see that alert is acknowledged and it's closed by me. And not only just in the mobile phone, let me just reset this alert. You can go to your app again, and here you can go to signals, and here you can see that how the alert has been acknowledged by whom. All the timestamps, all the details you can see here. Another interesting feature is you can also have a chat function inside. We call it annotations. All right, let's do that again. I'm going to simulate the alert again. So I'm going to go critically low level, and you can see that the alert is here already. Now I will go inside that and I will do a chat. There's a chat button, click on that. I say, hey, okay, where's that? Yeah. Can anyone check that? And then you press a chat. Now the chat is coming here, and someone who is in the team can also see this chat. So right now you can see in my team, I have 2 members, and I can't simulate the other mobile phone here, but you can imagine if I reset that now, and if you see that here, we have, hey, can anyone check that? And Alina is also in the team and she can also reply to that. So this is how you can also chat in between. And once someone decides, okay, I'm going to check on that, and then you can go there, click acknowledge, and then you can close it. So that's how you can play around with the alerts, and you can have real-time updates in your dashboard. So you can also see who is doing what as a manager. So these are the few things which you can do and play around with the alerts using SIGNL4. Super easy and super reliable. So let me just close my recording. All right, so let's see the next part. Next part is how we can publish alarm from the PLC. This is what I just showed you. We have set up the account, and now we can see how we can publish that from our Node-RED SIGNL4 server. One more important part I want to highlight here. If you notice here, you can also have who is on the duty function. And there you can see that how many people are on the duty in your team. And what you can also do is, if you go to the team, you can go to shift and duty, and there you can define who is working on which day or in which week. So you can create your schedule here, and based on that, you will get the duty function, or you will get the alerts because of this timings here. Now, what I want to show you, very interesting part, if I go to my user and I go to this push, and I would like to activate a voice and SMS just to show you. So let me see that. I go to push, and I have to just verify my number. I will put my number here. Let me just put the code. Where is G? Germany 9. All right. I will say text me. So I'm going to put a text which I will get from SIGNL4. So let me just start the recording so that I can show you how easy it is to acknowledge that. It's recording. So I got this text. This is my verification code. I put it here and I click verify. Done. Now I'm verified and I'm receiving voice and text messages. Let's try that. I will go to my Simomatic and let's simulate an alert. Okay, let me just reset that first, but I hope I should already be getting. Let's see that. Now I will check my dashboard. Let's bring that here, and let's bring my dashboard here. Now I will simulate an alert, and now I should be getting a text and voice, but I need to check if the setting is already activated in my app. So let me open the app, because this is all, there's already a setting here as well. So let me see, go to my settings, signaling. Okay, this is not activated. Let me just activate that. I can activate if I want call instantly, or I want it after a few minutes. So I put instantly now, and I go out, and let's simulate the alert again. So there you go. Now I simulated an alert. You can see that I got a call. So let's pick the call. Let's see what happens. I put it on the speaker. Oh, the screen recording is canceled, but I can show you now.
Team for the service or system emergency with the subject factory alert.
Subject factory alert, system emergency. The lady speak on the phone. All right, so this is how you can get a phone call. I can also show you, you also get an SMS because I activated that. So let me just go to my messages. And here you can see that I have an SMS saying emergency factory alert, critically low alarm. So whatever message or payload you put in your message, it will be displayed on your SMS or also on the call. How cool is that? So this was about how you can receive alerts on your mobile phone super flexibly, and you can see who's getting the alert, who's chatting in between, and how you can resolve that. Another interesting feature I want to show you, which is super interesting. Let's go back to my presentation. This was the step 3. Now comes the step 4, my favorite one. You can also send a signal from your phone to the system. So let's imagine a scenario. There is a very major alert in your system. And as a manager or as a maintenance person, I know now the system should be in the maintenance mode immediately. And this I can trigger from my phone. How you can do that? There are several steps to do that. So first I want to show you my Node-RED here. So if you notice here in my controller score, I have another set of flows for webhooks. So I have a webhook inbound. So I have created already a webhook in my team. So let me show you that once again. And I have a distribution rule. Let me see if I can go to my developers. No, not developers. Let me see, where was that? Maybe in the apps. So in the apps, I can go to the install integration. And there I can find my webhook URL. So what I will do is I will just copy that, go to my controller score. And here I have a function, right? In this function, I have just put a dummy alert. And I can send that directly to my HTTP request by putting here the URL. And with the post here, right? You have to put a post request. And once I deploy that, I can simulate an alert. So let me show you now. So I just press this button here. This is gone and this has posted an alert. And I can see that I can go to my Signal. I'm already getting a call on my phone. And here you can see that it's a factory alert, right? And this has been done using an HTTP request. All right, how cool is that? So if you don't want to use these flows, or if you have a different software which supports HTTP post and GET requests, you can use that directly in your HTTP nodes. And now, when I was telling you that you can also send an alert from your phone to your system, let's see how we can do that. In this case, what I need to do is I need to create an outbound. Okay, so I will go to my integration. Or maybe I don't need to do outbound here. I can show you a very quick, a small shortcut. Just go to your remote action. And here you can create a new action. All right. So the new action will be, let's say, maintenance mode. I have created already a set of code for that. So I will just use the set of keywords which I already selected. So I will use trigger maintenance mode. And description, I can say system switched to maintenance mode and managed by the team. And I have a target URL. Now, this is very important because I'm running Node-RED in my Control-X core, or if you're running Node-RED in your local host, you need a URL when your Node-RED is located on the server. I didn't have that URL because my Node-RED is locally hosted in the Control-X core or in my computer. So I used a tunneling software called ngrok. You can use that to tunnel your messages. So here I get a URL from this ngrok, and this URL I'm supposed to put here, target URL. Okay. If you have your Node-RED running on the server, you put your Node-RED URL, but otherwise, if you don't have it, you have to put this one. And in addition to that, you have to put here /Node-RED and /Signal4. I will tell you why I did that. So you will do a post request, and the content type should be application JSON. And the content body, I'm just going to copy paste that here. So I'm going to send an alert with subject supervisory alert, system in maintenance mode, and my longitude and latitude, my location, and single acknowledgement, and the external ID, which I say AB12. You can put any ID that you want. And I click on save. All right. Now we have created an external action. We call it remote action. let's test that. And before I test that, let me go back to my Control Explorer. And here I can show you I took HTTP in with a URL SIGNL4, okay? And it has a base URL of Node-RED. That's why I added Node-RED and SIGNL4 in my URL. So once you have your webhook URL, you have to add this in the end because I'm using Control Explorer. And then this is gonna send me a message in the payload. And I used a function inside. In this function, I'm using basically what the payload I'm getting here, I am sending it to write something in the PLC. So I'm triggering a bit in the PLC. And I'm also storing this code into a variable flow variable remote action. Okay, I will tell you why. And then you have a HTTP response, which will take this request and send it to SIGNL4 again. And now let's see if it works. I hope it works. So we're gonna see what do we have in the signal at the moment. So we have one signal which needs acknowledgement. So I will just close it. And now we have no fresh signal. Now let's imagine a situation your factory is running and I want to send a message to the factory that I want to switch that into the maintenance mode. In this case, let me start my recording again. And what I can do is let's see, I simulate the alert first. So I have the alert here and let me go back to my SIGNL4 app. Now I'm getting the call, which closed my recording again. So let me just start the recording. Sorry about that. And iPhone, I'm recording using the inbuilt recording feature. Now that my alert is here, I can see my alert here that I have my signal critically low level. And now I want the signal to switch this machine in maintenance mode directly from my phone. I just created a webhook. Now what I can do is I can go inside the alert and I see React. Just click on React. And I can see this trigger maintenance mode. This is what I just created here in my remote action. And this is automatically coming in my app. How cool is this? So I'm going to go trigger maintenance mode. And it says, oh, you really want to do that? I say execute. And then you have to set a password here, which I already did. I set the password and then it should send the request to my PLC. And now you can see that we have a different alert system here. It's blinking red, which means it's in the system maintenance mode. Sorry, my phone is ringing again. This is what happens. So now it's triggering the system maintenance mode in my PLC. And now you will also see here in the remote action, if I go to Signal, I also send this message that I switched the machine into maintenance mode. So you can also interact with your app to all other users. You can also send action to your factory, fraction of a second, and you can see that result is here. And system is in the maintenance mode. If you want to see, I can show you this is my PLC, and you can see that maintenance mode is true. And I can then further acknowledge that using this reset switch, and this will reset my system. So a lot of things are possible. You can see how flexible it is. Fraction of a second, I did that in front of you. So this is about how you can use SIGNL4 for variety of applications. You can get the alerts, you can do remote action, you can schedule your duty, you can assign different people in your team. There are several features which I did not explain. For example, you can escalate your alerts. For example, if you don't react in certain time, it will go to another person or to another team. You can share your alert in a different team. You have so much integration to do. So go ahead, check this SIGNL4 app and let me know if you could figure out some cool stuff, and feel free to post below this video if you have any doubts or comments. And I thank you for your patience to listen to me for this long time with a lot of integration. I hope you learned something new. I hope you can utilize that into your platform. Just take a trial of 30 days. I'm sure you will be happy. And if you have any question or doubt, post a comment or share this video. I will be super happy because this will motivate me to make more content. And I'll be coming soon with a new video on a different cool topic. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Have fun. Bye-bye.